think in general what I come across in my practice is that when I started out, I had a mix roughly of 60-40, 70-30% of women as opposed to versus men. There was always a much larger quantity of women that wanted to learn, that really wanted to talk about challenges, about issues, that really wanted to understand. Whereas men here, I find, they want to know, but they don't want to put themselves. That's general, so I don't really want to make any enemies here. But the general experience here is that they want to learn, but they don't want to put themselves out there.
What is that? Why is that?
I don't really know why that is. However, once they are in a relationship with a woman, it's much easier for them than to come together and to attend a workshop. It's easier for them to go maybe one time. However, as soon as the woman in the house, as I call it, says we need to talk, there is this big step back. And
is that because some women can be so emotional, or getting accusing, or don't know how to say
if it's
clear?
necessarily emotional, but much more the way we do not know how to talk. Where, as we mentioned Saturday in the workshop, where you're coming home and the first thing I hear is, why do you always this? Why do you always that? Why do you never close this? Why do
you want to go away as soon as you can, yeah.
The toilets and whatever. So the first thing that I really do is, whoa, I just take a step back, I defend. And if we would learn to, number one, authenticity and presence, as I said. If we are present, we are really in this moment, we are talking at the same level. It's not that we are going, one is thinking about where the kids are going to be this afternoon, and the other one is talking about, is having his business in the back of his head. So if you're really here, you really sit down, and this is just you time or talk time. And talk time is something positive, where you just sit down and you go like, okay, honey, what's been going on for you today? How was your day? And just give feedback, but not constructive feedback. That's the problem with men in general. That we always come, we are linear thinkers from A to B. We have a problem. The problem is here. The solution is there. We want to get from here to there. Whereas women want to be understood. They want to bring their emotions out. They want to share. And if we understand that again, back to John Gray, Mars and Venus, we would be so much more able to communicate rather than talking past each other the way we do it today. Plus, on top of that, we have different days. We have better days. We have worse days. On top of that, each one of us, both male and female, have both male and female energy in us at different levels and different times of our lives and our careers. So all that is really a whole bunch of dynamics that play together, and we really need to take a step back and really try to understand and to learn to listen to our partner, to really take it in, to feedback, to clarify, to make sure that we understood that correct, and not put our projections on it, and you always want to fight, and you always this, and why you always that. That's a blaming attitude. So really don't project, and keep an open mind. There are two of you in a relationship, and that's basically why you are together, so you want to work this out.
I like it so much that you say this, Ben, because I agree so fully with it. And of course, there are two in a relationship, but we have a relationship with more people in a family, for instance. And I believe that the respect for the other person, the respect for the authenticity of the other person, and not feeling more or less, just to be respectful. I think it's a great thing. And when I heard you talking, I was thinking about a model of the effective communication of Marshall Rosenberg, the compassionate language, that you observe without evaluation, that you don't bring in all your judgment and your criticism and your analysis, and that you try to keep your observation as clean as you can, and the feelings it gives you, and then you make the connection to the needs you have, and then you know that you, according if your needs are met or aren't met, according to that, you feel a certain way. So you take responsibility for your own feelings and needs instead of blaming the other. If we blame other people for making us not happy, that's ruining your relationship. You can see that in simple friendships. You don't do that. The easiness that often people can blame their partner for not making them happy, this kind of easiness they will never project on their regular friends from the same sex. You will be so careful because you know you would lose them. If you blame your girlfriends, if you're a woman, you blame your girlfriends for behaving a certain way, whoa, they're gone very soon. You can do it a few times, it's done. But our partners, we can do it so easily and often and frequently. That brings me to another thing too, that in our intimate relationships, we learn the most. We bring our baggage, we bring our past, we bring everything we maybe won't like to bring, but we do it anyway because we are not aware, or we are aware. And to our friends and neighbors, we are much more polite and friendly and easy. I think everybody who's listening, and everybody who doesn't listen also, knows that if he or she has to share something with a good friend or a neighbor, he or she is very careful for choosing words, very, and thinks maybe a few times before he or she will open her mouth or his mouth. With our partners, if you're disappointed and you don't get it the way we want it, there it is, immediately. That is a different attitude.